In the village of Krishnaholi, dreams of girls were small. Girls were taught to be modest, be quiet, be content with what they had. But Osha had never been content. She wanted more. She wanted to matter. Yet each time she spoke of her dreams, she was met with the same words. Ambition is dangerous for girls. It is best to stay in your place. What more could you possibly want? Then one evening, everything changed. Osha sat by the fire, helping her grandmother prepare dinner. "Grandmother, do you think it is wrong for girls to dream big?" she asked. The older woman chuckled. "You remind me of a leader I once read about, Angela Merkel." Osha frowned. "Who is she?" And that was the night she heard the story that would change her life forever. "Angela Merkel was a girl just like you," her grandmother said, stirring the pot. "She was born in a country where women were not always encouraged to lead. But she was brilliant, determined, and never underestimated herself. Merkel studied science, not politics, at first. She became a physicist, proving she could master the toughest subjects in a world dominated by men. Then she did something incredible. She entered politics. People laughed at her, doubted her, told her she wasn't strong enough. But she ignored them. She believed in herself when no one else did, her grandmother said, her eyes shining. She didn't ask permission to lead, she simply did it. And over time, Merkel climbed higher. She became Germany's first female chancellor. She led the powerful nation of Germany from 2005 to 2021, made tough decisions. She faced criticism and never once apologized for her ambition. And when people asked her how she had done it, she said, "I've never underestimated myself. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious." The meaning of the words, Osha felt something stir inside her. She never underestimated herself, Osha whispered, as if testing the words on her tongue. That means she always believed she could do more. Her grandmother nodded. And she never apologized for wanting more. That is ambition, embracing your own potential. Osha sat in silence, thinking. She had always been afraid of wanting too much. But what if she had been afraid of the wrong thing? What if shrinking herself was the real mistake? The next morning, Osha did something bold. She walked into the village school and asked to join the boys' debate team. The teacher hesitated. "This is not for girls," he said. "But why not?" Osha challenged. "I am smart. I am confident. I want to compete." The teacher frowned, but then he agreed. And just like that, Osha became the first girl in Krishnaholi to debate publicly. At first, the boys dismissed her. "She won't win," they whispered. But then, she did win. She was the first girl in the village to become a master debater. And suddenly, everything changed. Girls started watching Osha differently. One girl signed up for the science fair. Another asked to join the chess club. Another raised her hand in class for the first time. And soon, ambition was no longer something to fear. It was something to embrace. Osha had learned something powerful. She understood now that the world does not reward silence, it rewards courage. And for every girl who fears ambition, who wonders if she is asking for too much, here is what Angela Merkel would have told her. Never underestimate yourself. Ambition is not arrogance, it is power. You don't need permission to dream. And most importantly, You are capable of far more than you imagine, because once one girl stands tall, others will rise behind her.